in boxing, computer science technology, I personally don't think works. Because you take me, for instance, I'm fat, I'm bald, people say I'm out of shape. I don't do any of that bollocks with computers and numbers on a screen and all that stuff. But yet, I always win. So it obviously means fuck all. And there's a lot of fights to suggest that as well. Like when you look at the likes of Anthony Joshua, who follows all them rules, science rules, and numbers on a screen and whatnot. And you look at Andy Ruiz, who didn't do anything apart from eat Snickers for the full 2 weeks that he had, and went in there and knocked him out, and then probably didn't even train for the rematch and took him the distance. So there's a lot of stuff to say that all the numbers and things and the science doesn't really work in boxing. I don't think it does anyway.
Sup, y'all, bring you guys another video. So yeah, I just thought I'd share that clip of Tyson Fury talking about modern science in the sport of boxing. You all heard him himself. He said that he doesn't really think it affects a fighter that much. He thinks it doesn't really matter. And I just thought I'd bring that conversation here to the channel. Do you guys agree with Tyson Fury's comments? Tyson Fury, in my opinion, is currently the best heavyweight at the moment. He is the WBC champion. He is the so-called lenient champion in the heavyweight division as well. And like I said, you heard him himself saying that, modern science doesn't matter. All those numbers and stats on the screen doesn't matter. He compares himself, who, is fat. As you guys can see in the screen, at one point in his life, he used to look like, he's completely lean and fit, like the picture to the left. And there was a point in his life where he looked pretty fat and unhealthy, like the picture to the right. And right now he's pretty fit, in my opinion, but you can see that he still has a little fat in his belly still. A lot of people think he's still pretty fat, but in my opinion, I think he's a very fit big guy. And yeah, in a way, I kind of agree with what he's saying, that no matter what those numbers and like the so-called computer stats tell you, I don't think it really has that much of an impact on how you perform. It can help you prepare for a fight, but when it comes down to it, what happens in that ring, there's a lot of variables that comes into place, and a lot of those things is, in my opinion, at least, science can't really determine, like guts, determination, the will, the power, the will to win. And at the same time also, how good is your chin, how strong is your will, stamina. It helps with stamina, I guess. Those numbers can help you prepare when it comes to stamina, but at the same time, everybody reacts differently. And and he brought up the example of Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz. I think that's a perfect example, actually. Anthony Joshua, I'm sure he has a nutritionist and somebody that helps him prepare for a fight, that he needs to do this and do that, leading up to a fight, in order to prepare and to be fit for a fight. And we have Andy Ruiz, who you can tell that he's not really the most fit guy. Well, compared to the public, at least. But he went out there and he was able to pull it off. And I'm pretty sure science was not the reason. He got dropped, he got knocked down for the first time in his career, and he got up and he kept fighting, and he was able to pull it off against Anthony Joshua. So I think that was a good example that Tyson Fury gave. I don't know. I just thought I'd share it with you guys and share some of my thoughts about it. And like I said, I somewhat agree with Tyson Fury on this one. There can be all these scientists. It kind of reminds me of Rocky, actually. I mean, I know Rocky's not a real story, but like I think it was Rocky 4, with the Russian guy, Rocky versus Ivan Drago. you had all those scientists, you know, creating the perfect fighter, this and that, and you have Rocky, training in the mountains and doing the old school way, I guess you could say. And like I said, I know Rocky's not real, but you see that, like, you just you see that in the Rocky story. But anyway, I'm talking too much. If you know what I'm talking about, just let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with the WBC heavyweight champion of the world? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And like always, have a great day. All right, thanks.